guys, how talented he is. Obviously, really good anchor player for Cole. I do think there's a lot of pressure on him to perform, especially in a game like this, especially today, especially with his stand-in as well. And all these things are taking away from JKS's ability to maybe get more comfortable with the team, right? Like, you know that Blame and co are going to be focused on helping Otto out, on getting him acclimatized, accustomed to practice, I'm actually really shocked that, especially considering Cole Force, that they just didn't plant. Like, that's maybe some nerves for Otton. Like, he was backside, he had the bomb, could have done it, but he takes a fight and it costs him. And we're outside, they're going to move through. Blame gets down through Secret, the rest of them fighting close main. That's a lovely little grenade. So we're spotting this.
About how what he does here is perfect. He's pivoting between the different points of engagement. Then he reads that, oh, I'm probably getting wrapped heaven, so he's ready with the no-scope. And it must feel really nice for guys like shox and stuff to look down the line, see that, you know, thank God we have Zywoo on our team, right? And he's not on like G2. He ticked off this bomb. And he's just missed the timing onto JKS. The complexity, they're going to get their first here in Gout. They keep the FAMAS, the SMG.
Oh, great shot from Otton. Dropping Zywoo, getting that orb out. He can pick it up if he wants. There's no more support and ramp. Apex is coming to rotate. As Utility BK plays off the back of it, getting into the lobby, but everyone's holding. Collar's so prepared, so ready for this play. They go 1-for-1. And now in a 4-on-3 with shox seeing nothing yard. They're getting lurked on by Blame again. Config got an entry down B. No lower rotates today. Gambling top of Vitality, hoping for the best.
Yeah, just a hope and a prayer here for Vitality that this does come in towards A. They might get their wish, though, as it does look to go in towards this side of the map. However, Config and Blame, the little Danish duo, good for that double. To lock in a second for complexity. And already they're making this game interesting. The money's now broken for Team Vitality. B now is right for the taking, and it's all on to Zywoo with just a deagle. He goes into the Moors, the JKS. Complexity take a third. Now moving into this first rifle, I think something very important for Vitality is this aggression that we often see them go for into lobby. Both from ramp and like hot pushes from the likes of RPK might need to be stemmed a bit. Something that we've seen from Complexity when they play with these stand-ins is that they like to play a pretty slow T side, aired around this idea of like just controlling the key areas of the map, and then based on what your opponents give you, trying to pick up the pace. That was how they were approaching it yesterday versus Astralis. They were doing the same kind of thing, and that was catching Astralis out early on as well. And it looks like they're doing it here versus Vitality. There's not a lot called out of spawn, right? It is just holding these defaults, seeing what Vitality feeds you, and then playing reactively off the back of it. I think that's the perfect way to approach how he does it, man.
No, considering the call was like wrong in a sense, right? He hits the tag onto JKS, he hears it, there's a blood splatter, and he keeps spamming. When shox comes out hot, JKS is holding him from default. shox it runs past JKS to clear the back box, but JKS has already moved.
And Nevera's playing, right? So it does feel like maybe they watched that game yesterday and thought there was...
It's JKS with a double entry again. He has been non-stop on this T side. Glad we highlighted him as a player to watch because he has been getting Cole into this game. Additionally, we sort of saw that in the Heroic Liquid game just a moment ago. Heroic constantly taking A and Liquid having to adjust as a result and therefore leaving other areas more empty. Cole, they get out A, but they're trying to get down the vent.
They're blocking each other in the
smoke. Yeah. JKS is now behind the vent. That's not where you want to be. Oh, sneaking down. They do it, but into the AWP they go. Zywoo ready. Oh, was a call made. He seems aware. Rush is also in position. Zywoo. shox concedes the ramp position to let them down into Zywoo. He only gets one there, but he at least buys time. Vitality already have heavy secret rotations. Apex comes in with a big couple of kills. And same story for RPK, who waits that smoke patiently after Nevera runs through and dies. Sacrifices himself for the info, and RPK makes good work with it. 6-all.
Not going to put a stop to these players in the door. shoxy, though, again with this ramp flank, and this was the saving grace for Vitality a couple of rounds ago. Ahead, Zywoo already rotating to ramp. Misses the player crossing and doesn't land the shot to config. It's him and shox in the 2v2. And shox once again flanking, once again with this big out position to try and make a play. We're looking at him in the double doors to be the difference maker, and there it is, him and zywoo, a terrifying twosome to go up against, right? Individually, they're two players you can never write off in clutches, so when they're up against you in an even odds 2v2, that is a really rough spot to be in.
Not even odds. It doesn't feel like it, at least. Yeah, and someone made the call that they dinked config coming out of door as well, so zywoo even whips out the USP for that 2-on-1 when he realized config was last alive. That's a nice attempt for Cole, right? Getting back into A. Config has to come up vent to try and assist, and he opens up A, creating a path for the bomb to get down lower, but yeah, clutched on by Vitality. And zywoo, 13-37 scoreline. He is quite the elite player. 7-6, and trying to run away with the last 2 rounds of the half. JKS right out the door, back to his usual tricks on A. He's going to go through to nawwk's betterment, sprays him as he comes through the smoke. The lineup for config, turning around and killing everyone on A. zywoo still to play against. Config on for the ace, but shox trying to get a bit of a backstab in yet again.
Yeah, but he's done it so much, right? They were both ready for that. Otto was holding. And even though he was keeping an eye on the door, they still sent Blame back into the lobby just to double check it. zywoo, re-molly. That's either going to force him to go or stay, and there's the push.
Just loses. Here's the force for Cole. We got a scout out and pistol armor. Good bit of utility. What are you going to do with these smokes, though? They're going to nade stack outside. They go a bit deep. Apex already up and past it. Config playing in the smoke. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Knife out.
There's the kill to RPK, but there's a lot more where that came from, buddy.
That's a good kill, though.
Dive out of there. Yeah, they don't stick around a challenge, and Rush is already down through the vent. No one's considering this now. They are keeping an eye on it, but there he is, blindsiding Apex, caught looking the wrong way. That actually now opens up this vent rotation, so there's a lot more bodies in the vent where that came from. Down goes zywoo, and it's left to shox. This time, it's a big clutch again required, but no longer is it the 1v1s. It's a 1v4, turned 1-on-3 for shox to try and pull off. Surely not. Oh, shoxy, you're not meant to win these. He's not meant to win these. Blame F, the last man left standing. shox on for the ace. There is no way he's landed the dink. This cannot happen. This cannot happen for shox. He's out of there with the bomb. Up towards the vent, trying to fake Blame F out, but those shots have given it away. shox might have it. shox has got it. 10 on the board for Vitality, and this guy is the clutch king. My, oh my.
Cool as a cucumber.
You wouldn't even know he's just done it. You wouldn't even know it's just happened.
Oh, that's going to be in the nightmares of Cole tonight. What a play to transfer the spray, the dink onto Blame. Like every part of that was masterfully played, rather. What an outplay on the vent as well. Fakes the...
That was an ace. That was a 1v4. I can't get over it, Hugo. Yeah. I can't.
It felt so good. Rush did everything he could have, man. Getting all those deagle kills in the vent. Config had a gun. This is Vitality rolling over complexity right now in this second half. Clutch after clutch. shox just having fun with it, just tapping outside. He gets removed by the USP, so a bit of brutal reality sets in. nawwk has a Nova. Okay. He's going to use the Deeg instead. Soak it in, Harry.
I need a minute. I need a minute, shox, man. You crazy, bro. I can't do it. I need a minute.
Oh. Well, right back we go.
Yeah. Let's get back into it. Rush to get us there, maybe. nawwk. Well, Deeg out. Otto. Rush is out as well. JKS, it's all eyes on him. And now he wants to go with the shox shoes on. Here he is with the peak, but nawwk Deegs him back. It's 11 on the board for Vitality.
This game is bonkers.
This is nuts, isn't it? Oh, I love it.
Otto on the AWP now. Money's a bit skew for Vitality, right? Those anti-ecos, both of which get very close. So not really rolling in dough right now. Might want to run SMGs. I'm going to guess the Nova was a misbuy, considering he swapped it out for the Mac 10 as soon as he could. And didn't even play it. Against the Eco, Nova feels pretty good, but we know how inconsistent shotguns can get.
I want Vitality to play 4v5 and then just let shox wait and then just have these moments every game. I mean, to be fair, like he's doing that just fine anyway. Oh, some things aren't meant to be seen by the eyes of the immortals like you and I, Hugo, and that was one of them. Oh, blame F the lineup in the door. It's almost dirty, but RPK is swift with his response, cancels that out almost immediately.
Saves Apex's life, and that's important because now they're going to line up smokes outside. Where will they be going for? Ooh, this, that, the other, those, them. Pick a smoke, Apex. There we go. No garage smoke, so they're going to play inside of it by the looks of things, moving close behind them. Otto flashes out, but no one's there to capitalize off the utility. Config, is he walking the door smoke? Yeah, he's trying to take lobby right back. It can be big info for Cole, but it won't really save them from what is coming, the impending doom of this wrap. The run boost over. Otto doesn't know, and shox has got the shot. Great stuff. Otto was so, you know, drawn to secret, and he never even saw them in garage. They didn't even need to run boost because he wasn't looking. Apex does find config in the meantime. 2-on-4. Cole screwed in this round. Rush needs to make a play. He's the only man in a position to do so. JKS is cordoned out. Rush catching Apex, moving back in, but he's lost the A site.
Yeah, they know Rush is here. The only one with a bit of an element of surprise could be JKS. Now giving up his position and wrapping into zywoo, that is certain death on the cards. Rush, his turn to clutch, his turn to give it a go. RPK, however, just says, nah, mate, you're done. You're cancelled. 12 on the board for Vitality. And once again, the money is just gone for Complexity. Oh, it went from looking like they were going to be able to do something here on this map, right, with like a pretty convincing first half. So now the domination getting picked up by Vitality. They're not letting off the gas. They have been winning everything, man.
It's a bit of a shame for Otto as well, right? Like he's hot
winning soon.
Filth.
Config, that's a nice dig, but shouldn't transpire to much more beyond that, surely, unless
it's a molly or not. It works in both ways as well. They know which teams throw Molotovs to disrupt the smokes, and as a result,
that kill to Nevera, but that's where RPK comes in with the right hook. Vitality onto 14. Still money for an investment for Cole, but the scary thing about this investment now is if they lose it, well, then they're force buying up against 15. Not where you want to find yourself by any stretch of the imagination. In the advantage of Cole, and that outside play now is bid farewell thanks to this AWP. Locking down outside, just keeps on putting up numbers, and that's exactly what we needed. We needed someone to step up, and hell, man, if it's the standing, Complexity will take that.
Yeah, Otto's had a really good game in comparison to yesterday. He's had a lot of key rounds, and this is one of them, 3 in the bag. And Cole just need 2 more to push it over the line. RPK running, and Rush looks down at the right time. Otto obliterated against zywoo, who will drop down B, but only faking it. He doesn't even make the noise, really. He just fakes the ladder. He just climbs up the ladder. So now he has A. Do they think he's lower? They can't see him. They can't figure it out. He's right below Otto, or rather the AWP, in Config's hands instead. He will just peek. It's Config, for crying out loud. He doesn't wait. And even if he did, there's rush coming in through the hut as well. It's another Cole round. 1 of 2 in the CT side. This was great, this shot. Ooh. After Otto's sick round, he just gets 2 tapped. And pistols out for Vitality. Cole, they've stemmed the bleeding. They've forced a low economy round, and maybe they can make this game interesting yet.
Close on that flanking through behind. Now they sit with the advantage. This has gone from like a round that Vitality should have never picked up to one that they are in such a commanding lead in. Right, 3v2, Rush is almost dead as it is. So instead, we're looking at JKS, the man who was to be the hero here. He's wielding the famous French weapon against the Frenchman. Is it going to betray him? Is it going to betray them? It's RPK locking it in, and with that, the round is done. Right, that's 15 for Vitality.
Yeah, Rush to get out of here. He should try and save. No kit, 8 health, nowhere near the bomb plant. It's Vitality. They get it done with